Okay.
We are back in person. No more virtual. Today we're back with WWE Boxing, and we're gonna get down to it, man. Heavyweight this week. Moses versus Whyte. I'm excited about that.
I think people are overlooking
Whyte.
Dillian Whyte because you can't treat him like a fucking gatekeeper.
That's what they're trying to do. It looked like it.
He's not a gatekeeper, and I don't know if he's just making one fight or they're gonna have 3 or 4 fights. Usually they have a 3-fight deal. I mean,
That's what's reported that he's gonna be doing. He's trying to do a 3-fight comeback is what it's saying, and also that he still wants that Joshua. But then Joshua's saying he's doing his farewell fight. It's what he's posted. So that's interesting. You really think Joshua will call it quits now?
he's made a shitload of money.
Yeah, he has.
I mean,
I don't know if that hunger's still there.
I don't think money is a problem with Josh. I think he wants to solidify himself as still the best British heavyweight fighter, even though we think and the public think that he's at the end of his career. And still, I think Joshua has a lot of upsides. Oh, I'd love to work with Anthony Joshua. Anyway, I think he's still got something left in the tank.
I hate it though. I mean, these guys are more on the back end of their career, but I kind of hate that we never got the Fury Joshua Wilder. We never got that mix. We only got Usyk. Usyk got both of them. He didn't go to Wilder, but Usyk just beast though.
Some bullshit, Usyk. Somebody's gonna beat your ass. Somebody's gonna beat you. And I know I know who it's gonna be. Bacoli gonna beat your ass if you make that fight. Make the fight with Bacoli. Make the fight. Oh, I get it. You scared. It's okay. Well, let's go back to Joshua.
Shoot, I'd like to have him. I'd like him to come back over here.
And fight who?
I'd like to see him mix it up over here. He could sell.
They could still sell Wilder and Joshua.
They could. It would. I don't think it would be a banger like it could have been years ago. But I believe it could still sell.
Why you say that?
I feel like since both guys have been dropped, that they'll be scared to let it go.
You think?
I think they'll be a little more cautious. But I feel like Joshua would give you more of the fight.
So you call what you saying about Deontay?
I like Wilder, but I just feel like in his last few fights, I haven't seen that dog in him anymore.
You saw it in Joshua?
Joshua's?
I'm just saying. You talk about Joshua and Wilder.
I would still love to see that fight.
I think the public want to see it too. And back to
Moses and Whyte.
I saw some footage of Dillian Whyte. I've not seen him in this type of shape.
You serious?
That motherfucker looked like he ready to do some damage. And this kid is young, huh?
Yep.
How many fights has he had? He can't be over 20 fights.
No. He's young man let's see his box rec right here.
Box rec, you're so good. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I love box rec. So he got 20 fights, 10 KOs.
Oh, he don't hit hard enough. Dillian Whyte is a monster. And when Dillian Whyte is focused,
bro, he's 20 years old.
Oh, he in trouble. He in trouble. If Dillian Whyte comes in here, this motherfucker fight in shape, it's gonna be a fucking problem. It's gonna be a problem. Moses, you better not be sleeping on Dillian Whyte because this motherfucker is dangerous.
If you're Frank Warren, you think it's too soon for this?
Well, that's the mistake that they're making because a lot of times fighters they get. You start believing. Not that you can't believe. I think belief is very, very high as it pertains to athletes' confidence, right? A fighter. But in the heavyweight division, you can't really overlook guys.
You can't write somebody
like a
off.
fucking Dillian Whyte, who's been in it with the best. He's beat some of the best. He's knocked out some of the best. And you got this young kid that's 20 years old who's really feeling himself. He's beat. He hadn't really fought anybody. I don't think that we could say that can compare to Dillian Whyte. I don't think so. I mean,
And it's heavyweight, so it just takes one hit.
yeah. And Dillian Whyte has the experience. This kid is athletic. I think he's a little athletic than what Dillian. Well, who did Dillian Whyte fought that's athletic? Did he? He didn't fight Usyk, huh?
No, I don't believe so. Let me again, Box Rec. Here we go.
Thanks, Box Rec again. You're not sponsoring us. We need that sponsorship. We'll mention Box Rec all the time. Box Rec is your source to finding all information out about boxers. Shout out to Box Rec.
So let's see who I would say would be a good person. Dude, he fought Fury.
Oh, that's the best. Fury is the best.
Yeah, and
Fury is the best heavyweight boxer.
He fought Parker. Parker moves a lot as well. Yeah, he's been in there with guys that get up. You know, they're not just gonna stay in the pocket. They're gonna box with him.
I'm taking Dillian Whyte knockout in round 7.
Ooh, 7.
7. I'm a bet on. I don't have a bet. I don't have money to lose. I got money. I need money. I need to find some money. But I like Dillian Whyte because of his experience, and I think when you get a guy like him and you
put him, White, I'd be pissed. Because they're using me, throwing me a young kid. Like, hey man, we want. Oh hell no!
Well, maybe that's what Dillian Whyte needs. I think a lot
that
of
wake up call, maybe
to have the boxing world, the British boxing world, think that he's a stepping stone for this new kid to come up, and it's just an insult to his talent, his experience, and the time that he's spent being a British champion. So yeah, I'm picking Dillian Whyte.
I got Dillian Whyte. So, we could be in for a shocker. I mean, but I still would like to say Dillian Whyte.
Well, I mean, Dillian has nothing to lose, and all to gain for knocking this kid out, who's thinking that he can come in and deal with a veteran like a Dillian Whyte, who's been in there with the best, he's fought the best. He won some and lost some. So this kid ain't been tested. This is his big test.
Yep.
So
his first big test. Shoot, man, the heavyweight is really ramping up again.
Well, heavyweights are always the big ticket. They make the most money, I think.
It was for the most of the time. The Mayweather era and Oscar De La Hoya era changed the thing for welterweight division, but now it's going back with the big boys, and they're making the money. But you still got Canelo there, hanging on, just ripping everybody's pockets.
He also making people wealthy.
Yeah, true.
So if you fight Canelo, you're gonna make some money.
You're gonna fight, get your biggest payday. So, and that's another one we're a month away out from.
Yeah.
And they're saying it's gonna be it's being rumored. I'm thinking it is because I just seen that Ring Magazine posted that it's Jarrell Miller versus Michael Hunter. And that's going to be on the 11th, which is a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a full weekend event.
Oh, that's how they're doing it? It's not like so the fight card is spaced out daily?
Mm-hmm. It seems like it's going to be a 20 fights. So, but that's what's being rumored.
How you space out 20 fights?
Throughout 3 days.
Damn. Who's putting it on? Turkey?
Man, who else got the funds to do that?
Turkey, I would say, you the man.
You the man. Yeah, he's a man. Turkey just playing.
And thanks for getting boxers paid what they deserve. Thank Jesus. So Crawford and Canelo. We got Crawford, Canelo. We have Norman versus Haney, right?
That's coming down later on, in November, if I'm not mistaken.
Who else do we have?
We got Benavidez versus
somebody.
Forgot. Damn, that
Benavidez versus somebody. Nobody's gonna beat the Mexican monster. Okay.
Versus Yard. God, how did I forget that?
Yard. Well, that might be. I don't know if Yard is fast enough, but he's a fucking athlete.
He's an athlete, but I think he got just. I think when I saw him first come up, my first thing when I saw that guy, it's just too much muscle.
You see?
It's too much muscle.
You see, people, I saw something on Instagram the other day. I got to learn how to I'm still learning how to do my Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm learning how to paste and do shit. So I saw this guy on Instagram, and he was saying, he was a martial arts, I don't want to mention his name, but he kept saying, oh, well, you can lift weights and this and that. And let me tell you something. Weight training done the basic way does not help boxing. Doesn't help boxers.
It don't,
You have to do it a certain way, and depending on the weight class. But weight training is a high level of resistance. It's not functional. So I don't like weight training for fighters. And this guy was saying that you need to do deadlifts. Has nothing to do with a fucking 36-minute fight. It's too stationary. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. So you can debate if you want, but I don't think weight training translates over to boxing unless you do it a certain time of the year and you do weight training with boxing related movements.
Yeah.
If it bench press and all that regular shit, it doesn't happen for boxers because they need that muscle functional. When you look at a guy like Anthony Yard, I don't know his training regimen, but I know he probably lift weights.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it all the time from the commentators. Well, I'm not going to speak about regular commentators. I'm going to speak about the commentators that have boxers that turn to commentators. I hear all the time Sergio Mora saying it. I'm a fan of Mora. Might not be a Hall of Famer to people or somebody, but I like Mora because I grew up watching him in the Contender series.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He won that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew a fan with him, but Mora said it all the time. He's like, look, you see a fighter, he's built up and everything. That doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna be a strong puncher. And also carrying all that muscle, which what a lot of, I hate to say it, but casual fans don't understand. Carrying all that muscle puts a toll on your conditioning. Because I mean, you're gonna swing and you're gonna miss sometimes, and that burns energy.
You see, Eric's been hanging around me for a long time. He know his shit, and I'm telling you, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah, well, check this out. I was lifting weights for about 2 years straight, and I went back into a boxing gym, and the first thing my coach told me was like, Eric, you got too much muscle. I'm like, I'm not even toned up or nothing. And he's like, no, your physique, you're just too big. You're too bulky. And look, he was like, what do you weigh? I'm like, I'm weighing 170. He's like, well, what ideal weight do you want? And I'm like, well, for my height, what would you say? He's like 140, 135. Wow. And he's like, too much muscle. He's like, all right, let's run. Let's burn some of that muscle. And I mean, you've seen it. Look at the fight with David Haye and Tony Bellew. See how big Haye is? And Bellew
went back a minute.
Yeah, and Haye.
I don't remember seeing that fight. I remember.
Oh, I remember it. Yeah, I remember clear. Dude, you've seen Tony Bellew.
I did. Yeah.
I've seen him in person.
We met him.
Yeah, we met him. Yeah, he got that dad bod.
Yeah.
Takes his shirt off, just look like a regular dad. But the dude, he got the conditioning. He got the skills. That's what people don't understand.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I hate to say it also, but look at the first Andy Ruiz fight and Joshua.
I was there. I was in Saudi.
Not the second one, because I feel like Ruiz just threw that fight away because he wasn't celebrating too much and he wasn't serious.
He'll tell you.
Yeah, he's admitted many times. But the first fight, you see it. Big boy got fast hands.
Yeah. but look, do you see what happened in the second fight? Joshua came in 18 pounds lighter.
You see, they knew what they were doing then. They knew it.
Ruiz was here.
And Ruiz came heavier.
The same Ruiz, but he did the Anthony Joshua in Ruiz's body. We've been drinking too much. Okay, I was going to say, they had a fight past weekend. Duarte and Sims.
I didn't get to catch it too much, to be honest with you. That fight, I got to see only clips of it. I can't give you too good of an analysis on my opinion because I didn't really watch it. I was busy.
I worked with Kenny some years ago, but I think Duarte he was so much. The fight was close, but Duarte was physically dominant. You know, like Sims outboxed him, but the harder punches and the more
Came from
Duarte. The fight was I don't know I forget what the score was, but it was very close. And Duarte he's just a big, muscular, functional guy. He kind of faded later in the fight, but he was more physically like aggressive than Sims. He won.
I know Robert Garcia has been doing a good work with him because he took over him after Duarte's fight with Ryan Garcia, and you see the changes that he's done. And you know, I like Robert Garcia. He's got his champions. That's a coach that you can say has had more than one fighter that he has turned into champions and things like that. So you know he's actually a coach. Like, unfortunately, you know, some other guys, they've had only one superstar and then they train other guys and you just don't see it.
I think you jabbing at somebody. I think you jabbing at who we talk about.
I'm not saying names, but you've seen it.
Like who? Give me some. Like who we got? We got Crawford and Canelo. I mean, who's Crawford coach? Bomac, right?
Bomac, yeah.
I mean, who else does Bomac have?
He has Lester. I know he's working with Lester.
your guy.
Yeah,
okay,
he's got Lester, yeah. I just don't feel like, I like Lester, but I just don't, I know they're setting up in Billy and
what
Lester.
Names? I think I heard, I don't know who that is.
And Billy from Cameroon, but he's stationed out in Quebec, or he might be a Quebecer by birth, maybe, but just with Cameroon background. But in my opinion, neither of them have been tested, and that is a fight that would be very nice to watch. And then that's actually going to be very competitive because they're both guys are bangers. And Lester is in the top 15. I think he's 15. And
what weight class is that?
168. They're Canelo's.
168. Oh wow.
Yeah, and Billy is actually number 1 for Canelo. But I don't think we'll ever see that fight.
Why not? Why you say that?
I feel like Canelo's just picking his last few fights, and he's just doing what he wants to do.
Sounds like you were talking shit. You said that Canelo is ducking Billy, whatever his name is. That's what you said. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't think he's ducking him. I just think, and I don't blame Canelo for doing what he does with the end of his career.
You know, you actually dry, what do you call it? Poking, because you gave him compliments, and then you said you want to try to overlook the fact that you said that he's really ducking him. That's what you really want to say, right?
I'm not saying he's ducking him.
You're a politician. You're being a politician. You're being a politician.
It's because there's pros and cons to everything. Do you think we're going to get Canelo in another very well, look, he gave us William Skoll, who was a mandatory of his.
That can't be considered as a fight. That's a fucking track meet. He got paid. Can I get some of that money that you took from Turkey Al-Sheikh? He ran.
Yeah, I know. We
can't even talk about him. Skoll, he'll probably never fight again in his life.
I don't think Turk will invite him back.
No, because he made enough money, so he done. I would mean what?
Sell off to the sunset. We might hear about him here and there.
We can't talk. Well, who else? Pick another one.
Well, that was a mandatory of his. Of what belt? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if it was WBC and that. No,
WBO, what? WBA?
Or maybe IBF. I think it was.
Canelo got all the belts.
Yeah, he's
man. Shit. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez for being the fucking GOAT. And ain't none of you ain't. I'm gonna say that for later. It's gonna be difficult to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's all I'm saying. He's seen it all.
Mm-hmm. Dude, he's fought since he was 15 years old.
What a fucking monster.
Do you imagine fighting since 15?
And still, I think this fight with Crawford is going to give Canelo the energy that he had to prepare for Mayweather. And we got Canelo at this age but people are saying he's on a decline. I don't think he's on a decline. A fight like this,
I think he's still steady. I don't think he's on a decline. He's still steady.
but this fight is going to elevate him to like, because I honestly I don't. Could Crawford could outbox Canelo, right?
Man.
But we know that Canelo also can box. He can bang, and I think they're overlooking the fact that he can box.
Oh no, Canelo can box. Yeah.
The court-
he hit you wherever. Have you seen Callum Smith and Bivens?
Yeah. I think he could take Crawford's punches. But the question is, can Crawford take a Canelo Alvarez punch motivated? And I think we're going to see the best physically put together Canelo Alvarez. I wish I was working in that camp too. I'm always pitching for a job. Canelo, I got an add on to you. Just let me know. I got you. We'll split that money. Me and you will split the money. Because it happened right here on W Boxing. Yeah, but I think I've never really seen Canelo out of shape, and even with the Bivol fight, I think he overlooked Bivol.
I believe so too. When I saw him when they said that was his next fight, I'm like, Bivol's no joke.
Took him for granted.
Yeah.
That he wasn't going to be able to. He was a better boxer than Canelo.
And back to what we were saying with Moses Itauma'S, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, they got all that confidence at the moment. I feel like Canelo, since he hadn't lost in such a long time, he was just so confident. Because you saw how he was also thinking about going to cruiserweight, if I'm not mistaken, to fight
the African kid.
Yeah, the African guy. Yeah.
Canelo beats him.
You believe so?
Yes.
You think it would be like a Roy Jones situation where he moves up and he's just...
No. Canelo beats him, and that'll be it to go up in weight. I think Canelo could come in and fight at 190 pounds. Functional.
I mean, he do look like he walk around at 200 sometimes.
I met Canelo briefly in 2019. He's not a big giant, and so we were the first ones to open up Saudi Arabia. Eric Molina, one of the top Mexican heavyweights. Marlon Johnson, 300 boxer, got me in to do the camp for Molina, and we opened up Saudi Arabia. The first fights in Saudi we had.
No one can take that from you.
6 years ago? Yeah, you can't take that away. I was there. We didn't win the fight, but we had a great time, and we are a part of history. That was one of the best training camps I ever had, man. With Eric Molina, Marlon, and all those people in South Texas, I always have a great love and great respect for. And that was Don King. That was Don King's fighter.
Oh.
The great Don King is Molina.
You got to meet Don King?
I heard his voice.
You heard him you're looking around like, where you at?
I never got a chance to physically. I think before I step away from boxing, I'll get a chance to meet the great promoter Don King.
Love or hate him, but I mean, he's boxing history.
Yeah.
You look up an encyclopedia of boxing. You not mention Don King, love or hate him, he's there.
Well, that's it. That's who Eddie Hearn is, in a more academic way. Don King was just like he could have ran for president. You know what I mean?
I like the story with I think it's I think it was Lennox Lewis, if I'm not mistaken, or I can't remember who it was, but they said that when he was going to be at an event or something, or he was at a fight as a spectator, and they told him to be careful with Don King, because that man, when he sees you, he is like a hawk. He's not going to let you go. If I'm not mistaken, he went to the bathroom and Don King was right there beside the pisser with him, just talking in his mouth like, hey, look, I can get you TV deals and all this stuff.
But guess what? Everything he said he could do, he did. So you can say what you want about Don King. Listen, if Don King came to me and said, Evins, I got $100 million, you gonna get $50 million, and I'm gonna get $50 million. I'm like, give me the fucking contract. What I'm saying? I got $50 million. I don't care what you take, as long as I get mine. You know what I mean? So it gets kind of etchy like that. Dillian White over Moses Itauma, and round 7, Dillian White knockout. That's my prediction.
White got to fight off the ring rust and everything. I still got White though.
He a veteran. The kid don't know what he's getting himself into. That's what they don't know.
He ain't been in a dogfight. White's been in dogfights.
White is a Jamaican monster. He's really from Jamaica, but he lived in England. He's not a pushover. He's not a stepping stone. And Dillian, they were disrespecting you, bro. They think that you are a gatekeeper.
Period.
That's what they think. Period. I mean, why would you fight a Dillian White? And you only had 20 fights and 10 knockouts. He ain't hurting nobody. I mean, so we gonna see.
Yeah.
I think I need a refill.